Hi, I'm Dimitri Moritas, co-founder and executive director of Spiritual Arts Institute. I'm here today to talk to you about our new book, Communing with the Divine, by Barbara Y. Martin and myself. I'm delighted to be talking about the importance of the angels, archangels, and other celestial beings in your life. The book is based on 50 years of clairvoyant observations by Barbara Y. Martin. From 3 years old, she was seeing angels and auras, and she spent years, decades, developing the skills so she could be a teacher. I've been working with her for many years myself, and she's trained me how to work with these celestial beings in a very strong and intimate way. What we want to share with you today is how important these celestial beings are in your life. They are not sort of like an added plus to life. They are part of the very process that you are achieving everything in your life. Whether you believe in angels or not, they are working with you every day to help you achieve your highest destiny and purpose. And when you start including them in your life becomes more beautiful, more splendid, and you achieve eventually the mystical union, what you're here to accomplish. Now, what we thought we would do today is share with you a little bit a question: what do angels actually look like? Good question, right? We've thought about them, we've seen numerous depictions of them. What we would share with you today is Barbara's personal experience with angels over decades, a lifetime of direct clairvoyant experience, a master in this area of life. We also hired a master artist, Howard David Johnson, who is extremely well suited for this job because he's had angelic visitations himself. So here you're going to get, as best as we could, an accurate depiction of what they actually look like. Now, these illustrations I'm going to share with you, they're in the book along with others. So this is very carefully outlined. I wanted to share with you a couple of basic things to kind of inspire you to, again, help you realize these celestial beings are real. They love us and they want to work with us every day, and they're kind of calling out to us to reach up to them. Now, the first illustration I'm going to show you, and again, these are in the book, is an angel. This is the depiction of a fully developed angel. Remarkably done. The artist really captured a lot of the excitement of this, the luminous quality, the holy presence. When they're in your presence, you just feel great. There's just an upliftment, almost like a spiritual ecstasy that happens. Now, you might notice something very unusual here. This angel, if you see the person getting blessed with light here, this person is maybe 6 feet tall. The angel is like 12 feet tall. It's huge. And the body is elongated and exquisitely shaped. And here you see this incredible aura. The aura, if you were to show the full expanse of it, is at least 60 feet with a mature angel, to show you the grand presence that we're dealing with here. These are primal forces of life. Now, you will also probably notice that this angel does not have wings. Now, in truth, angels really don't have wings. If you like to visualize them with wings, if it helps to create the ethereal field, there's nothing wrong with that. But in reality, they have these incredible powers that move around them, and as you see, this uprushing energy can almost appear wing-like, but it doesn't actually mean that they have wings. But these angels will come around to bless us, support us. Key moments in our life, they'll be there, and when we meditate and start praying more diligently, they come more often, and they can work with us more closely. You see here that there's the beautiful blessing that it's giving this person's higher nature above his head. And what this is trying to show is that if you really want to get close to the divine ones, you have to raise your consciousness into that higher nature, get out of your troubles and worries, so you can be closer to their vibration. Now, what I'd also like to do is show you that it's not just angels. Angels are one incredibly beautiful category of life, a kingdom. Just like there's a human kingdom, there's an angelic kingdom. But the angels answer to the kingdom above that, which is the archangelic kingdom. That's why it's called a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy of celestial beings. Here we have a marvelous depiction of an archangel, as Barbara has personally seen them and worked with them over many years, not just 1 or 2 visitations, but in a very, very regular way. So again, we did our best to try to do it as accurately as possible. Again, on 2-dimensional surfaces, it's almost impossible to depict the ethereal majesty, but again, we have to compliment the artist and the good work that he did. This is in the book too as well. This is an archangel, and specifically it's attempting to depict Archangel Michael. Now we know Michael is one of the greatest of all the archangels that works with humanity. He's often depicted with sword and armor, but this is again symbolic to the duties and powers that he's embodied. He doesn't really need a sword and armor to do those things. His light rays can easily accomplish that, but it shows the dynamic strength. When you need courage and faith and confidence, the power of Michael, Archangel Michael, can help you. Now, one thing I would like to say about Michael, or any archangel, is when you call on someone like an Archangel Michael, it's not just a being you're calling upon, it's a whole office. In other words, the office of the President of the United States. That person doesn't do every job in that office. There's many people working under him or her. In the same way, when you call on the office of Archangel Michael, there's many celestial beings that work under him. Now, here you'll also notice, if we look at the form again, the form of Michael compared to these two people getting blessed down here, my God, if this is a 6-foot person, this figure has to be at least 18 feet tall. And again, elongated. These are how these celestial forms work as you go into the higher dimensions of life. His outer aura is so expansive it can reach for at least 100 feet, which again shows the incredible strength and power that's going on here. Now, we could go on and on about Michael, but one other point I want to point out to you is notice the blessing that he's giving people is coming from way up high, these higher points up here. This is his higher nature, and this is one of the great mysteries of how Michael's able to do so much. People ask, gee, can he be in more than one place at one time? So many people pray to him. No, he can only be at one place at one time. But he can direct his consciousness to many places at the same time. And here we're trying to give a little clue, and he does a lot of that through this higher part of him. So this is designed to give you a little clue to share with you that these beings are real. You know, we tend to think of them as, some people say, oh God, that's outdated folk tales from the past. This is the modern mind. We don't think like this anymore. We're logical, we're rational. Well, as we start to understand the physical reality of life, we have to understand more deeply the spiritual principles supporting it. And these angels and beings are part of that. So in closing, I want to leave you with, please include these divine ones in your life. Find out more about what we have to offer at spiritualarts.org. The book is available in bookstores now, released by Penguin, Communing with the Divine, a clairvoyance guide to angels, archangels, and the spiritual hierarchy by Barbara Y. Martin and Dimitri Moraitis. I thank you.